Hi everyone, welcome to the official Elated YouTube channel. This is my first video. For those of you who are new here, I'm Senna and I run a business called Shop Elated where I sell jewelry that expands across different aesthetics and also a little bit of home decor and other accessories. With that being said, let's get into the questions that you guys asked over on my Instagram and TikTok. Okay, to start off, someone asked what my favorite charm I've made is, and it has to be like a tie between the lily pads and the flowers in our lily pond earrings. I just love them so much. They remind me like weirdly of Lucky Charms, but I just think they're so small and cute and I just love looking at them. The next question you guys asked is what I use to seal my polymer clay jewelry. I currently use the Sculpey Glaze in a glossy finish, though I've been looking into other alternatives because since I moved, the way it's been curing has been a little bit different. So I'm currently looking into trying some different glazes, but this one has so far worked really well for me. I have pieces that are years and years old now and they still hold up and they didn't yellow or smear or anything. So I do recommend this, especially if you're a beginner and you don't want to like get into using epoxy resin, or I can't really pronounce it, but polyfurine varnish is the other like really like commonly recommended one. And if you don't want to get into that when you're first starting, I do highly recommend the Sculpey Gloss Glaze. I think it works great. How many years has your shop been open? It has been open for 2 years. I started in May of 2020. The next question is what is my favorite item to make? And I have to say, like, it's kind of hard to choose. I really like making new items though. Like whenever I'm working on a new thing, I get so excited about it and I just find it so fun to work on a new thing and test it and redesign. It's like one of my favorite things to do and one of my favorite parts of running a jewelry business. Out of my already made designs though, I have to say I really like making the bigger frog charms for our froggy chokers. I just think they turn out so cute and they're actually kind of fun to paint. Some of the things that are a lot harder to paint are the strawberry charms and the mushroom charms, which come with those froggy chokers, but the actual frogs are really easy to paint and so fun. Also, our flower power earrings are pretty easy to make as far as items go, though they are a little tricky sometimes. I really like mixing the colors for those and also painting them, which is just like a white dot, but when they're all smooth and glazed, it just is like really satisfying to do. So someone asked for advice for starting a business, and I have a few pieces of advice and they kind of go into one another. One would be to track your finances very carefully and not to invest too much when you're starting. You can always reinvest in your business later, get better tools, which is what I did, and you can expand your product line later. It's best to start with just a few items that you can make that require some of the same materials, and materials like polymer clay where you can make a lot of different designs with the same materials are really helpful when you're starting out and you want to keep costs down. It lowers the pressure and also allows you to have a better price point when you're starting, when you're just super cautious about utilizing the materials you have and not like overspending. My other tip is to use social media, though I've experimented with paid ads and they're so helpful at a certain point in your business for a lot of people. I pretty much ran my business through social media the last few years. It took me a while to get the hang of it and to learn what types of content to make. It also took me a while to learn how to post consistently, which is super important, but it fluctuates over time based on how much work I have going on, but I try and always post once per day. And if I'm not going through a production cycle where I'm making a ton of things, then I'll be posting 3 to 5 times a day on TikTok and 1 to 2 times a day on Instagram. And that is how I've gotten all of my sales, is just doing social media and really committing to it. It's also so fun because you get to connect with your customers, you get to offer them better customer support, and it develops more interaction where you can see your customers wearing your designs and they leave nice comments about it. It's really nice to have that community, and you can meet other makers who can give you advice and help you out, or you can just bond over being a maker or a small business owner. So being on social media definitely helped so much. Like it's the only reason I have a business today. And my third tip would be to build an email list early and not like put it off. I know in this day and age it's really easy to not build a mailing list, but because I just kind of put it up there, at least when I started. I do have a good sized mailing list now when I actually have the time and want to try and devote more time towards working on my emails. And a lot of small businesses that have been around for a while and are now full-time make a huge chunk of their sales through email. And it's something that you're probably going to want to do at some point, so you should at least start it and have an email list, have a way for people to sign up early on, even if you're not exactly ready to start sending out emails. And my last big tip is to have good customer service, always be reachable. Even if you can't offer full refunds, just be as helpful as you can in the moment and make sure you're putting that small business care into all of your packages and orders, because if you do, there's not going to be that much conflict or issues with orders. And then when you have those issues, just treat them with care and do your best to like be there for the customer and make the experience better. That's going to go a long way in keeping customers and having a good name for your business and you. No one's going to come back and shop again if they had a bad experience the first time, and people are definitely not going to want to shop with you if they hear bad stuff about your business and about your customer support. Another question I got was, how do you make everything? I make about 80% of my charms out of polymer clay. Then for the other 20%, I buy pre-made beads and charms and I assemble them. For things like the sun catchers, I make those out of vinyl that I cut out with a cutting machine. My trinket trays, that's also polymer clay. For my stickers, I also cut that out with a cutting machine. But like I said, most of my shop is jewelry and most of that jewelry is made with polymer clay. Okay, so the last question was, what was your first order on the shop and how much was it in total? First order I got after I launched Elated was for a like shaker star outfit chain. I'll put it up here, and a like googly eye hair clip that I made, and that was for $25. It was from someone who I had followed for a long time, and they were so sweet and supportive to buy from me right when I opened. Actually, I had 2 people I knew through Instagram buy from me that first day, and this is way back on Depop. If you remember when I was on Depop, then you have been around for so long, and I appreciate you so much. Anyways, that was my first order after I launched the shop. Thank you guys so much for watching. I want to start making more YouTube videos, so if you have a specific topic you want me to go more in depth on, just let me know. And thank you guys for submitting your questions. I really appreciate it. If you haven't yet, please like this video. It would help me out so much. Cute little bird going off out there. If you're new here and you want to check out my shop and see what it's all about, I'll have it linked down below. That's where this little duck choker is from, but check it out if you haven't yet. And thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you're having a great week out there, and I'll see you next time. Bye!